Good morning and welcome to the Daily Journal's Newsbreak, sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Today is Monday, February 26th. I'm your host, Emma King. We're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi, but first let's start with your weather forecast. Today will be cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 46 with a 40% chance of rain. Tomorrow there will be rain with a high of 60, a low of 42, and a 40% chance of rain. On Wednesday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 57, a low of 42, and a 20% chance of rain. And on Thursday, there's rain in the forecast with a high of 60, a low of 39, and a 100% chance of rain. Preparations are underway for Tupelo-based nonprofit 8 Days of Hope to head back to Houston for another rebuilding trip. The group will leave on March 10th and stay for 2 weeks. Thousands of volunteers have signed up with the goal of rebuilding about 800 homes destroyed by Hurricane Harvey in September. The Christian nonprofit organization began with a trip to the Gulf Coast after Hurricane Katrina. Since then, the disaster rebuilding arm has completed $29.3 million of work. It has remodeled, rebuilt, or worked on 2,000 homes, churches, parks, and community projects. Now 2,400 volunteers from 41 states have signed up for the upcoming trip to Houston. Leaders expect the final count to be between 3,500 and 4,000. The organization's Houston outreach will be its most extensive operation to date. In November, 8 Days of Hope announced it had raised $700,000 and received a commitment promising $1 million in a matching donation from the William C. Shoemaker Family Foundation. It will go toward building a space located in Pontotoc that will serve as the organization's national headquarters, training facility, and a second distribution center. Speculation in the Mississippi House is that Speaker Thad Gunn, a Republican from Clinton, is in line to be appointed by Governor Phil Bryant to replace U.S. Senator Thad Cochran. Multiple members of the House, both Republican and Democrat, say that there are members of the House positioning themselves to replace Gunn, who some say could resign before the current session is scheduled to end on April 1st. Representative Steve Holland, a Democrat from Plantersville, said he has heard from reliable sources that Cochran will take retirement sometime after March 1st. Speculation in the state and national media has persisted for months that the 80-year-old Cochran would be stepping down soon. If he does step down, the Republican Bryant would appoint a successor to serve until a special election that the governor presumably would call in November on the same day as the regularly scheduled general election. Members of Gunn's staff have acknowledged the rumors but point out that they are just speculation at this time. A little more than 6 weeks ago, Pontotoc Mayor Bob Peoples decided it was time to do something about the state flag. The mayor quietly took executive action and removed Mississippi's state flag from the single pole in front of Pontotoc City Hall. That left only the U.S. flag to fly. Peoples said he took action because he felt it was the right way to send a message of welcome to all in the community of about 6,000 residents. Weeks went by after the flag came down, and it seemed like no one noticed. When they did, it became the subject of a special city council meeting called last week. At that meeting, the Board of Aldermen voted 4-1 to reverse the executive action by Peoples and restore the flag to City Hall. In taking this vote, the majority of the aldermen cited a 2001 statewide referendum on the issue. Meanwhile, Peoples said he doesn't believe the state legislature will intervene on the flag. He said the best hope for a resolution will come from constructive dialogue. In sports, the Mississippi State women's basketball team completed a perfect regular season on Sunday. The Bulldogs defeated Kentucky 85-63 to improve to 30-0 and 16-0 in the SEC. Up next, this week's SEC women's basketball tournament in Nashville. Tierra McCowan had 20 points and 20 rebounds. Victoria Vivians added 18 points and 10 rebounds. Mississippi State became the first SEC team to finish the regular season unbeaten in 20 years. They will have a double bye in the tournament before playing in Friday's quarterfinals. Meanwhile, the Ole Miss women's basketball team lost to Auburn 60-55 on Sunday. The Rebels take a 13-game losing streak into the SEC tournament. They will play Florida on Wednesday. In men's basketball action on Saturday, Mississippi State defeated South Carolina 72-68 in overtime. It was the third straight win for the Bulldogs, who have now won 7 of their last 10. They will host Tennessee on Tuesday. Ole Miss lost to Tennessee 73-65. They play at Kentucky on Wednesday. That does it for Newsbreak on this Monday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets your news off the page and on the go. Check out the Capitol View webcast every week with Bobby Harrison discussing the latest in state politics. Watch a new episode live today at 2 p.m. at djournal.com. You can also watch the replay in our video gallery at djournal.com or on our Facebook page. Special thanks to Renaissance Bank for sponsoring Newsbreak, and remember you can catch new episodes every weekday morning at djournal.com or on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emma Kent. Have a great Monday.